On 22nd December 2015, Opposition President for the Forum for Democracy and Development, Edith Zewelani Nawakwi, was invited by Muslim women to grace their event and share ideas on various issues. During her visit and interaction with a multitude of women that gathered at Mtendere Mosque, the only mother heading a vibrant political party in Zambia centered a talk on how women can contribute to ending poverty in the country. But before she could talk to the women that had invited her, some suspected ruling Patriotic Front cadres came to the mosque demanding that she leaves without giving reasons for their demands. But after being met by firm Muslim women and being denied entry at the gate, one disgruntled cadre threw a stone and smashed one of the windows of a car parked inside. Well, that did not deter Ms. Nawakwi from proceeding with her meeting, as the brave opposition leader expressed sadness that her non-political but faith-based meeting could be faced with such resistance. But Ms. Nawakwi was convinced that it was lack of empowerment and poverty that made the young people engage in vices like they did.
Even in politics, there are people who pretend to belong to Patriotic Front, and yet the only thing that takes them there is hunger. They will do anything under the earth, including my sons who are causing chaos outside. They will do anything under the sun, under this earth, to pretend to be your friend, simply because they want to receive something, they want to eat. Poverty has reduced people to such levels that we can't imagine.
And during her meeting with the women, also attended by Islamic Supreme Council of Zambia President Suzo Zimba, Ms. Nawakwi, a Christian by faith, pointed out that people, regardless of one's faith, were today going through serious hardships which needed solutions.
Some of us are Christians, brought up in the Christian faith. You, my sisters, who invited me this afternoon, are brought up in the Muslim faith. But what runs across us and through us is that we are the women of Zambia. If any one of us is expecting this hour, you will find yourself at Mtendere Clinic. Whether you are Christian or Muslim, you'll be faced with the same challenges that a Hindu lady will be faced at Mtendere Clinic. When our children are brought up, they find themselves at the same schools. If you are in Mtendere, you'll be at Mahatma Gandhi or Mtendere Basic. If you are in Karikiriki, you'll be faced with the same challenges of no water, no sewage. No one will stand up when the tap is dry in Karikiriki and say you are Muslim or Christian.
She stressed that there is need to work together and eradicate poverty and destitution, which she described as dehumanizing.
It is therefore prudent for Muslims and Christians to work together and eradicate poverty. I'm here for the sole purpose of discussing the question of how we as Zambians and as women, we can eradicate poverty. Poverty is the dehumanizing face now of slavery. To eradicate poverty and destitution, we need to work together. I realize that you, my sisters, have the ability and the power to organize.
It was at this meeting the women, through Islamic Supreme Council of Zambia Women's League chairperson, Ms. Mariam Shawa, gave Ms. Nawakwi her members' desire to be part of the grant's beneficiaries in the chicken rearing project FDD leader is implementing. And it all began from this area, Mutendere Township Mosque, on 22nd December 2015, that the opposition FDD president agreed to empower the women with the chicken rearing project.
As my sisters were saying, they said, you know, we also have members from 10 Miles, from Chongwe. They are equally farmers. Why have you not stretched your hand to try and find a way of helping your sisters? And I said, what an opportunity.
On 28th December 2015, true to her word, President Nawakwi fulfilled her pledge when she met again with the Muslim women at Lusaka's Chawama area near Embassy Shopping Mall. Here, she officially handed over 1,500 chicks of the total 3,000 and fed to the Muslim women through the chairperson, Ms. Mariam Shawa.
Of that meeting, this project has been started. This is within 6 days of us having been in Tendele, less than 6 days. And it's very simple. I could take the political position and take mini meal, rice, salt, sugar, and present to my sisters. I only have included them in the class of beggars. And that's what we want to prevent. So we agreed that they can do something with their hands, with their knowledge. And out of that discussion, we agreed that they can keep chickens. They are going to keep 3,000 chickens. Today we have delivered 1,500. In 2 weeks we will deliver the balance of 1,500. The total cost of which is 64,000. Chicks are costing 4 kwacha 50 ngwe each. And they are from Panda Hachan. These are very good beds. It's a Hubbard Flex bed from out of France. And it's very good. It's a big bird. It's good at food convention, and it grows to be a very, very big table bed. So it's attractive when you see it on the market, and it's resilient to disease, and it's very strong. So I got them the best, and we have given them national milling feed. And I'm saying to them, to my sisters, please don't change feed. Make sure, Mr. Piri, that feed is delivered on time. We could have brought all the feed, but we give them in batches so that it doesn't spoil. Out of this, we expect that Madam Shaw and the Muslim Women's League will be able to spread this grant to the other madrasas. But what we will do to be able to assist Ma'am is that for each province, we'll give you 1,000. I think that a total of 12,000 chicks to you, my sisters, is a small grant and a humble grant from us as FDD. We could also choose to bring you blankets and jiggies, but we thought you could do something with your knowledge and with our sisters, because if we bring you jiggies, you eat them now. But if you bring you a chicken, you may sell the chicken, you may dress it and cook the legs. You may teach my sons how to keep chickens. And I am very, very confident that this project will grow to something that I think all of us will be very proud. I personally survive out of farming, and I honestly believe that this country can get out of poverty if farming is given the front row that it deserves. We cannot continue to think when we wake up it's copper, in the evening it's copper. I want to be able to wake up my sister. In the morning when I'm brushing my teeth, I'm thinking agriculture, soya beans. In the afternoon when I'm eating lunch, I'm thinking, oh my God, my sweet cause is agriculture. Maybe we can grow sunflower. In the evening, when I'm eating porridge, I must be able to think about cassava, fish. And that's the only way we can conquer poverty. Let's assume that everyone in Zambia grew soya beans. Would have just 1 hectare. That would give us close to 54 or 64 million tons of soya beans. Soya beans, you can convert it to diesel oil, cooking oil, milk, and the whole world is looking for animal feed, especially products from Zambia. We can be better off. We don't need to dream about copper. And this copper, since I was born, it's been copper. I don't even know the color of this copper. Because my mother doesn't know. She left this earth not knowing the color of copper. And I think that my father also lived this world not knowing the color of copper. I've been to Mugubudu. I have been to Chief Mushota. I ask people in the villages, do you know the color of copper? They don't know. Do you know the color of maize? They know. Do you know milice? They know. So let's deal with what people know. Start from the know and improve on what we know.
And Ms. Shawa, the Women's League Muslim leader, expressed gratitude at the gesture by Ms. Nawakwi.
Us submitting collateral or anything, but it just came for the women who have something to do but they didn't have anywhere to start from. So this thing has come at a point when women really need empowerment programs. They didn't know where to start, where to go, but this our president, Edith, I think she has really done a good job for this program to continue in the country. Because we really need to go farming for us to survive in this country. We should not just depend on one thing. I think farming is a good move for people to come out of this poverty. Big empowerment program for us women. We had a lot of challenges from the women in the mosques. They didn't have any. They had the capacity. The capacity to start something like a business. It was a challenge for them. They had nowhere to go and get loans. For this, it's a very big empowerment program for us. This is a very good start for us, for the women in the mosques. I think it will go a long way to help them, because these women are really committed. There are people who volunteer in most of the works that they are doing. So this will help them go a long way, for them to become better human citizens in Zambia, because we are Zambians. Despite being Muslims, we are Zambian Muslims. So we thank Madam Nawakwi for this empowerment program she has brought for us. It will go a long way.
Mostly, politicians are known for making donations when it is towards or time for elections. But Ms. Nawakwi has proved that she is one of the few, if not the only politician making a difference by having a startup grant that is not political but merely meant to empower vulnerable in society. Her efforts need to be supported by all well-meaning Zambians if the country is to see development taking shape.